Howdy fam, and welcome back to yet another video. When I first started this channel, I kind of said to myself I wanted to upload a video, once every couple of days, once a day if I could get around to it, but lately we've been doing 2 a days just because I've been enjoying bringing you guys this content. So if you do appreciate it and feel free to show some love. It'll let me keep doing it and keep me motivated. I will do my best to keep up this pace and schedule. Life does get in the way, but like I said, I've been enjoying it and it's been lots of fun. So thanks for hanging out. So today I wanted to touch on some stuff you should pretty much be doing daily in your account to level up faster, improve your heroes quicker, get through the storylines, get resources faster, all the good stuff basically. Like things you want to be doing almost every day just to improve your overall account health and all that kind of good stuff. So kind of just wanted to take you through my daily routine, I suppose, for lack of a bit of a term, and kind of how I go about the game and what I do every day, just as at least as the minimums, right? So first things first, obviously we're in the tavern. You do want to have a chat to Liz. She will give you your daily bonus, right? I've already got mine for today, which was a couple of gems, a couple of tickets, and some potions, which was nice. Very next thing I do is I just jump in and send my friend tokens to everyone. You pretty much want to get to as many friends as you possibly can. You want to max it out at 54 if you can help it, because what that means is when you send your friend tokens, you actually get sent a whole bunch. So you see that 1,000 there, that's because of how many friends I've got, right? The more friends you have, the more of those coins you receive, which is always helpful. Could also do that. I take my little gifts every day, right? I'm gonna clear my mail out as you would your home emails or anything like that. We'll get rid of that. And then I basically come here to the tavern. So what I do is I will grab my money from Hawk. And this is actually semi-slept on. I don't know if many people talk about this. I kind of fell upon this and stumbled upon this a bit too late into the game, but well, quite a way through the game when I was playing. Basically, this is just collects your Vanya Ale every day, and you want to use Vanya Ale because what it allows you to do, allows you to boost affinity, right? So you can add Vanya Ales to the affinity, and that'll unlock a new piece of gear or another diamond or whatever it is for your heroes. So what I've been doing with the event is I've actually just been applying the Blessings of Fire to increase my Vanya Ale gain by 2 a day, just because I've got most of the ones that I want to use at the moment, or all the permanently on ones. So I will do this every day. So get a little bit of affection for Meliodas when you do it, and you get a whole bunch of Vanya Ale. So that's sweet. I will then come here to Barn and do my daily task of cooking. I'll cook whatever. Sometimes I'll cook like combat food, sometimes attack food, sometimes just whatever is there ready to go, as you just saw. But yeah, that's kind of what I'll do. So that will get me started on my actual daily tasks. Now, obviously, well, pretty obviously, hopefully, every day you pretty much want to complete these, right? As you can see, you get some stamina potions, you get a bit of gold, some cosmetic stuff, some diamonds, super awakening coins, a couple of anvils. Like, it's just worth it, right? So basically, I get started with doing this every day. I try and do it in stages. So the next one is enhance equipment. So we're just going to pick a random hero that I need to enhance some equipment for, and we'll just give her that. Sometimes I do a bit more if I've got the money and the resources for it, and I want to like max out a particular piece of equipment. Sometimes I just can't be bothered, like today, so we'll just do a couple. Then I'll kind of work my way through to let's go clear the tree. Right. Now these actually take a while to refresh for you. I think it's every 23 hours or so, even 12 hours, something like that. So I have 3 at the moment, so I always use my auto clear tickets because I'm lazy, but you can actually do the fight if you want to. I always do pretty much enough to keep 1 there, right? Because you always want 1 as a backup, just in case you go into, maybe you're late on your dailies and you want to go into your next day. You want to make sure you always have 1, so when you clear your dailies, you can do this one, because this one's always one of the dailies, though, the World Tower Tree. I'll then check the shop if there's anything I want to buy with anything I've got. At the moment there's nothing, so I'll leave it, but usually I will buy the pieces for Holy Relics, just because they're a bit more of a pain to get sometimes. In this shop, I used to get sometimes Super Awakening coins, but the main things you probably want to get is potentially these if you're, the river source, and then the wind source if you haven't been able to farm deer and birds yet, but we'll cover that in another video. So I always clear that. Next thing I'll do, let's just go, I'll usually just clear the free stage. Now a little bit of a kind of a hack that I use for the free stages is you do the equipment free stages. So I've done a couple of videos on equipment, and I've hastily forgotten to actually tell you where you can get equipment from. One of the easiest places is just the equipment drawer here if you've got tickets for it, but another place is if you go battle, there's actually an equipment section here, and you can actually pick and choose a couple of them, as in like what SSR type of sets you want to actually farm for. So I always make sure I have at least attack, defense, well, sometimes defense, and then HP up. The other one I use quite commonly is crit damage, but you have to get that from the PvP chests. So let's start this one. Right, and these are all counted as free stages, which is part of the daily tasks. So I will often just do one of these a day, or two of these a day if it wants me to, and this will kind of just passively get me towards getting more and more SSR equipment for my heroes. Right, so let's just clear one of those. Cool. So now we're slowly working through and ticking off these quests as we go. Let's go clear Fort Solgris. So, and again, by doing these daily tasks, what it really allows you to do, it allows you to go around all different aspects of the game. So for example, when I go to Fort Solgris, I can actually go to my special event, and I will see that I do have, a couple of different battle events where you can get gems for. So for example, I still need to finish this one where I can do one more step forward, and I want to make sure I complete these every day as well. Plus there's the anniversary one, right? So this allows you to make sure you tick off kind of all your different steps in the game as you go through. So we'll clear that. That counts towards it as well. The next ones I clear to make when I have the dungeon keys for it is the Sarah's Spire. The reason why this is my favorite one out of all the other ones is you get SSR pendants, you get some gold, and you get some potions as well. So this kind of ticks off everything. The main thing I'm hunting for is the SSR pendants though. So you need to clear 3 every day. I pretty much just max this out if I can, or if I need to. So there's my 3. Cool, so I've done my specials now, right? I'll do this one later, but you want to make sure that you do your daily counts of this if you haven't got the award yet or the diamond yet, right? So I'll do this once I stop talking to you lovely people, but that's part of that, right? So far we've cleared Fort Solgris free stage, we've done a couple of these as well. The main things that are left are Deathmatch, Boss Battle, and the Fight Festival, right? So what I do is for the boss battles, I will actually, this kind of falls into another thing that you want to do every day, and that is basically all of these, right? So what I mean by all of these is you can either have it on normal, which gives you the red demon, the grey demon, or the green / Howlex demon as a potential to like pull. So you can clear these stages and it'll give you a certain amount of deathmatch rate, right? So that's on the normal ones. Let's just go back. But if you click the Hell button, if you've unlocked Hell, it's a little bit later on in the game, but if you've unlocked Hell, it'll then give you the harder versions of these boss fights. This will again give you the option for the original demon and then the Belmoth demon as well. Now the top line will always give you Belmoth and the bottom line will always give you OG demon. And these guys are used for their resources for level 90 to 100. And the rest of these guys are used for 0 to, or 60 to, 0 to 90. I'm probably got that slightly wrong, but that's roughly about right. So what I'll do, again, I'm super lazy. I will just use clear tickets. You can actually do these boss fights. These do take a little bit of stamina, right? So you want to do a couple of clears so you get enough, so that you get a certain amount for a boss fight, right? So you won't always get it within the one time. You get a certain percentage towards that boss fight depending on the stage, right? So for example, this is now a deathmatch. So if I come back out, go back to battle, I now have to do that deathmatch, right? So I'll do the next battle, next boss battle, and I will just farm these to a point where I have to do all 6 of those boss fights, because you want to get those resources. see, I only cleared it once and it's only giving me a 20% deathmatch rate, which basically means next time I fight I have this much chance of basically getting a deathmatch at the end. So that will come up and down. Now, disclaimer with this one, this is something you probably want to do last. Doing all of these fights does take a lot of stamina because you have to clear a lot of boss battles. So only really do this at the end / if you have the stamina. So it is always important to have a decent chunk of stamina. So this will feed into your daily tasks, right? Boss battles, and then when I clear the deathmatch, those two will go as well. Lucky last is the Fight Festival, right? So I won't let you guys, make you guys sit through my BBB Fight Festivals, but I want to take you here because this will show you something else as well I want to touch on. So you can either choose obviously ungeared or geared. With ungeared, you want to get as high with this as possible, just because you want to get as many gems as possible every week, right? So usually I can get somewhere around the 38, Champion 2, Champion 1, to get me like 56, 58 gems. I'm not quite into the top, but it does the job, right? And then Elite will give you basically festival coins and also cash as well. So this one's geared and the other one's ungeared, is also how it's commonly referred to. So normal and elite, ungeared and geared. The other thing I always make sure I do is I come over to the brawls. This is probably people's least favorite game mode, but I'll always make sure I claim my reward, right? Which is brawl points, and then I'll always make sure I get my victory reward as well. So this is basically 3 fights. So let's say I'm just going to try and beat him, and then I will do an auto battle and hopefully win. That one I might not win, but we'll see. And then make sure I get the 3, so I get to unlock this chest later. On my way out, I will always come to the Fight Festival and buy something with my points if I want to. So let's just grab some engraving stones, and then the more you buy from the shop, you also get gems each time as well, right? So I'm close to having the whole thing reset and getting my gems again. So I don't know if you guys can tell, like as I'm going through the daily tasks and as I'm going through the game, I kind of tick it off in sections, right? So the first thing I do is, the stuff I need to do in the tavern. The next thing I do is like, the stuff I need to do in like say the boss fights or in the free stages. Then I do Fort Solgris, then I do the PvP area. So it really kind of helps me go through and just make logical sense of what I'm doing. So that's pretty much it for the daily tasks, right? I will do this when you guys don't have to sit there and watch it all. But basically you want to make sure every day you at very least clear your daily tasks, so they'll give you a decent chunk of resources, right? I mean, I've been talking at you explaining, and this has taken me 12 minutes to get all this stuff. So you can do it a lot faster than that. Next thing I will do, sometimes I'll do this at the very beginning, but I'll always make sure I check into my knighthood. If you guys have a knighthood that is active, as long as they check in, I think it's over more than 20 times, you will always get a diamond and some other reward. So definitely worth doing every single day, or if you are enjoying the game and you do want to be active, make sure you join an active guild and make sure you are checking in for your squad, because everyone gets the diamond if you sign in, right? So it's beneficial for everyone. Next thing I will do is I will clear out the little explanation points that appear here. I accidentally did this one last night, but you'll always get a free daily draw. So I'll always do the daily draw here to see what I get in terms of equipment. I'll also come to the coin shop and claim my free SSR chest. If you guys are noticing, I'm basically just working my way around and getting rid of the orange explanation points, right? Like the orange explanation points are things that you want to action, like you can action now. And basically my goal every day is to clear those out. I'll also come to here and I'll actually buy either stamina potions or dungeon keys with my friendship coins that we spoke about earlier, right? So the more friends you have, the more friendship coins you get, which means the more times you'll be able to buy these things. Now usually I'll get Sarah Spire keys because that's really helpful for SSR pendants, but lately I've been running lowerish on stamina potions and I don't want to do that, so at the moment I'm pretty much always buying as many stamina potions as I can get. Next thing I will do is I will come to pretty much, oh sorry, there's another little explanation point, right? So one is over the boss battle and the demon battle, which I'll do later, but the other is the patrol. So I will complete my patrols from yesterday, get all my little SSR equipment, auto clear tickets, right? All those auto clears I just spent, I get them back, and then I'll reset all my patrols. And then today, lucky me, I've got my 100% of my reward, so I'm just going to grab some gold from these guys. So this takes 2 seconds and actually gives you a decent chunk of stuff, so I always recommend doing that as well. Cool, so the only orange explanation point I've got left is the boss battle, Demonic Beast, which I'll do later. So that's the daily tasks, that's this side of it done. The other thing I will come to do is the event stuff, right? So at the moment, obviously, we have the Big Escanor event, so I will come through and I'll do everything I need to do every day for this. So for example, here I can spend some tickets to get some gear and some treasure chests. I've finished the hunt event, but I would do that if I needed to, right? The boss battles, the purgatory creature. I have videos on how to do the boss battle and the purgatory creature if you guys are stuck. So we can cover that, but I've done both of those now. You know, I've got my Grand Cross Fort Solgris award because I went and cleared that area. And the last thing would be, you know, the Fighting Festival boost. So I'd go through and make sure I do all my fights today. Then finally, you know, I've got some more little orange explanation points down the side. So I'd take what I needed to. I'd clear all my Hawk Pass. Right, my daily missions. I've got a few weeklies left, but all my dailies are done. This is just buying gems. That one doesn't go away, unfortunately, which is very upsetting from OCD, but we'll get there. And then I've also got the current Christmas event missions as well. So as you can see, just by doing the daily stuff, I actually get a couple of these missions already. So I'd also make sure I finalize this mission here as well. So cook 5 meals, which I'll do, get my event missions, and then do my decorations as I need to. Finally, last thing I'll do is I will come to my item storage, and this is again more of just an OCD thing. You don't have to do this, you can keep it here, but just to maintain a clean storage or bank, as I like to call it, I will sell my chests for my cash that I want, right? I'll open all my cards, all my chests. Come on, nothing good, okay. Right, open all my chests. Yep, do all this. Spend all my tickets, and basically just make sure my stuff is clear. Now, you don't have to be as OCD as I am. This is just kind of how I am. You don't have to clear through all this, but the one thing that I want to stress is just make sure that you do your daily tasks, all of them, right? You set your patrols. If you've got the stamina for it, do all your boss battles, and then do all your demonic beast battles as well. And then clear your event stuff. Now the current event, I've done a video on it again as well, but the current event gives you a whole bunch of resources more on top than what you'd usually get, so definitely worth checking out and investing in. So that's it, guys. That's what I recommend to do every single day. If you can, it'll really help boost your account. It'll really give you a whole bunch of resources to level up your favorites and many more, and get stuck in. And again, thanks as always. I will catch you in the next one, and feel free if there's anything you want to see or anything you want to explain in more detail, please just drop me a comment or send me a DM, and yeah,